Welcome to this week's KU Gold Rush Report. I'm Steve Degler. Here is what's happening in Golden Bear athletics. In women's soccer, the Golden Bears now own a 5-game winning streak after shutting out Bloomsburg 2-0 on Wednesday. Sam Costello and Megan Frailer each scored a goal in the victory at Keystone Field. Outscoring their opponents 12-1 in the winning streak, KU now owns a 6-3 record in the PSAC. They play at Lock Haven today. In volleyball, the 8-7 Golden Bears split 4 PSAC crossover games last weekend. Through 1 week of conference play, KU owns an East Division best 2-2 record. The Golden Bears are in action with co-leader Pitt Johnstown. As for KU field hockey, they lost to IUP 4-2 last Saturday to split the first week of action in the PSAC. KU did hold a 2-0 lead at the half. The Golden Bears are 4-4 overall. Women's tennis hosts Edinburgh this afternoon as the team continues its fall play. And both the men's and women's cross-country teams compete in the Paul Short Run today, and the women's golf team hosts the Kutztown Fall Invitational this weekend. For more information and daily updates about the Golden Bears, log on to kubears.com. Our first guest this week is a senior golfer for the Golden Bears, Jaclyn Clifton out of Matawan, New Jersey. And Jackie, as you're going into your final year, let's look back at your origins in the game of golf. What got you interested?
Originally, my father got me interested. He was a big athlete, and he's an iron worker in the city. He hurt his knees. He ended up blowing them both out, and he played golf after that. And he wanted me to do a sport with him, so he ended up getting me into golf. And I started around age 10, and by like 11, 12, I started playing in competition. I've played ever since. So,
what was the toughest thing for you to learn about the game?
My anger and controlling it, because I would get frustrated easily as a kid, and then putting a kid into golf that gets easily frustrated, that's terrible. And basically controlling my anger, that's how I ended up, that was the biggest struggle.
For you, how much of the game is mental, how much is physical?
100% mental. My swing, I'm extremely comfortable in my swing. I've been working with the same swing coach for about 5 years now, and we don't really work on any physical aspects of my game. We mainly work on the mental aspect because golf is extremely mental, so that's really like 90%, I would say.
Who were some of the maybe professional golfers you admired growing up?
Honestly, I never watched golf growing up because it put me to sleep, so I was more of like a hockey's and a football fan. So if I had to pick anyone, it'd be Bubba Watson, because I don't know, he struggles with ADD and I do too. So I just thought that was a really, really cool thing that we had in common, and he's a great golfer. So. At
what point did you realize that you wanted to pursue this in college as well?
Probably my sophomore year of high school. I ended up winning the girls' Monmouth County tournament, and then next year I won it again, and I just didn't want to stop golfing. So I figured the best way would be pursuing college and trying to fulfill that.
How is your fall season going so far?
So far, it's a little shaky. I haven't really been scoring as well as I wanted to, but I worked a lot on my putting and my short game, and that was what was stopping me last year. So once I get everything together, I can't see anything stopping me. You have the Kutztown Fall Invitational this weekend. Last year, you won the Spring Invitational. What was it like winning your own school's event? Well, I obviously loved winning it, but I wasn't really happy with my win because I shot 82, but I had 40 putts, and for any golfer, that's pretty bad. It's usually around 28 to 30 putts. So I felt like I played amazing, but I scored terribly. So I felt like I could have done a lot better. So this year, I'm aiming to score a lot lower. You mentioned you're a senior from Matawan, New Jersey, Jackie. You're a leisure and sports studies major. What's next for you? I'm actually working with my swing coach back in Princeton, New Jersey. I will be working next summer as the director of the children's camps for Mercer County Golf. So I'll be teaching kids how to golf, and that's one of my favorite things. I'm a golf coach at Colts Neck Golf Club for children's camps, and basically I'm just stepping up in that same field. Well, it sounds like a great plan. Congratulations and best of luck the rest of your career here at Kutztown. Thank you. Jaclyn Clifton, senior golfer for the Golden Bears, our guest. Coming up next, we'll talk with former KU baseball player Shayne Houck, now a member of the San Francisco Giants organization, when the Gold Rush Report continues in just a moment. Welcome back to this week's KU Gold Rush Report. I'm Steve Degler. Our next guest is former KU baseball player Shayne Houck, a two-time PSAC East Athlete of the Year and the 2010 Atlantic Region Player of the Year. He holds career records at Kutztown in runs scored,
hits, runs batted in, doubles, home runs, and total bases, and he was the San Francisco Giants' 29th round pick in the 2012 baseball draft, becoming the 13th Golden Bear selected in the draft since 1997. Shayne, this past year you spent in the South Atlantic League, hitting .235, 5 homers, 43 knocked in with Augusta. How was your 2013 season?
Well, the season went pretty well. First half of the season, I hit pretty well. I think I hit around 265, 270. And then, after the All-Star break, it kind of came out, hitting pretty hot again. And then things slowed off towards the middle of the second half. But towards the end of the second half, I started playing again every day and started heating up. And, I finished the last, 2 weeks pretty strong. Played pretty well. So
you've had a couple.
I thought it went pretty well. Played good defensively all year. Hit the ball solid all year. So
you've had a couple of seasons under your belt now. What are some of your plans for the off season to get ready for spring training 2014?
This off season, just start working out. Next week is when our off season workouts start. But I've been working out on my own for these past 2-3 weeks that I've been home. So, other than that, it's just everything's been on my own. Keep working, taking ground balls, hitting in the cage, a couple times a week.
Obviously, professional baseball is so different from the college game. What was that adjustment like for you?
It was definitely a little different. Going out, playing every day of the week. Not having an off day for 3-4 weeks at a time. It was a big adjustment, learning how to, take care of your body day in and day out. And, it was a little bit different of a stretch. You play one team 4 or 5 days in a row and then have another team come in for another 3, 4, or 5 days. It was a little bit of getting used to, playing the same team over and over again. And then the road trips are definitely a little bit different, getting used to the 7, 8, 9-hour road trips, and then get off the bus, go play. It was a little bit different than college where you'd have, you play on the weekends, have 1, maybe 2 games mixed in during the week. So, it was a little bit different getting used to playing every day and just the grind of it.
How different is the pitching at that level as opposed to what you faced in the PSAC?
Well, the PSAC's a very good pitching league, but as opposed to pro ball, just the velocities were a lot better, and just the command of the fastball, I noticed was everybody could command the fastball. If they didn't, they had usually one out pitch, whether it be a changeup, curveball, slider, but they could command the fastball very well, and usually one out pitch they could command pretty well too.
It's been a tough year for the Giants overall, but last year your organization wins a World Series at second in 3 seasons. What was that like for you to sit there and watch them take the title?
All right. That was pretty exciting. Just get drafted by an organization, and then go play for them and come home and then watch them on TV, make the playoffs, and then to me it seemed like they kind of steamrolled through the playoffs. In the first round they they went to Cincinnati and took 2 in Cincinnati and won. That was pretty exciting. It was pretty exciting just being a part of a World Series organization because, the expectations going into spring training this year were, everybody's expected to win. Everybody's expected to be, top of the game. So it was definitely exciting being part of the organization that won the World Series my first year of professional baseball.
There's another KU product playing for the Giants and pitcher Ryan Vogelsong. Have you guys had a chance to talk to each other and maybe he's given you some advice on how to handle things?
I saw him last off season. I saw him up at Kutztown actually. We did a video shoot thing, and I worked with him for probably 4 or 5 hours that day, and then I talked to him a couple times. I saw him around Kutztown, but other than that, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to really talk to him in spring training or see him, but you know, hopefully this off season we'll get to talk and, you know, just hang out, you know, talk baseball, work out or something. I don't know.
Former Golden Bears Shayne Houck is our guest. I talked about all of your accolades on the diamond here at Kutztown. What are some of the things that stick out for you in terms of your Golden Bear career?
Let's see, where do I start? Well, I mean, I obviously, like you said, I had a pretty successful career, but I mean, there was definitely some guys, you know, that kind of took me under their wing my freshman year that helped me out. I'd say James Quigley definitely helped me out. Took me under his wing a little bit at third base there. You know, kind of showed me the ropes. You know, told me what I needed to do, helped me out when I needed help. So, and Coach Bloom definitely helped me out. Kind of steered me in the direction I needed to go to get to the next level. And yeah, everything was definitely fun. Some good moments playing postseason baseball. When we went to the World Series, when Nate Reed came out and threw, I think, 8 innings on 3 days rest, and just battled his butt off, you know. And yeah, I was excited to come out, win 2 games from Westchester, and go to the World Series. So that was probably the best memory I had of the game, of my career, I should say.
Well, Shayne, we appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for letting us catch up with you, and best of luck as you get ready for the 2014 season.
All righty, I appreciate it.
Former Golden Bears Shayne Houck, our guest. We'll come back with the second half kickoff right after this.